Brad, congratulations. Just give us your take on that performance and that win first, please.
Sort of pretty tough and gritty, heap of energy, pretty good balance. We played some fair footy at times. Probably left a couple of tries out there early in the game, but we didn't panic, so I'm liking the composure. Then we defended pretty well. Come up with 2 system errors in defence, which we've got to tidy up, and the boys are pretty disappointed about. But everyone's chasing that, that 80-minute performance, but it's hard to get. Like it's a tough game that the guys play, and we'll keep. The thing I like is that they want to get that, and they're still a bit disappointed about a couple of areas, and they want to chase that 80-minute performance. But as a coach, I've got to be careful not to be too tough on them around. We need to enjoy. It was a good performance, and we need to back it up next week.
Is it a sign of a good team, a good group, when they are picking out those little bits of improvements, even though they've just beaten a good Warrington side who were in the final last week?
Yeah, well, that just shows you that they know that they've still got a bit more in them, and that they really care about the club and the jersey and their teammates, and they want to do well. So, but that's the environment that's been created at the moment, and even if you look at our reserve grade boys that played today, we had a lot of good players that should be playing Super League in that team, and they haven't kicked stones all week. They've trained really well, they're preparing us well, and they went out there and done a good job too. So I'm just fortunate as a coach that our medical staff and our high performance staff have done a good job to present everyone fit and healthy, and that can change very quickly. I get that, but it's not by fluke at the moment, because the guys have done a lot of hard work.
Just on that selection and a couple of those that played reserves, I know you spoke in the week that it was a tough choice to make, some tough conversations. What was it about? Why did you choose the players you did today and leave those couple in the reserves?
Well, I don't know if I've got it right yet, and that's the beauty about it. And it doesn't matter who we put out there at the moment; they're doing a job. Like if you look right at the start of the season, we had a lot of injuries, and we didn't focus on it. We focused on the guys that were in the team and the guys that got their opportunity, done their job, and then they're probably unlucky to not remain in the team. Other blokes just come back, but that's just life. It's just what it is, And I'm grateful to the club and Bluesy. They've built a good squad, which creates healthy competition for spots. And all we can control at the moment is the guys that don't get picked is how they go back and play. Like Cooper Jenkins went back today and played a straight 40 in the first half, and then got a lot of minutes in the second half, done a good job, scored a try, and then he backs up to be 18th man, and he's probably the most excited in the sheds about the win. So that's a good sign of team harmony and want.
That's 5 wins on the bounce now. It's the first time that you've got under yourself, and the first time this season. Do you feel that momentum that you're riding on at the minute, it seems?
Well, look, we'd love to keep winning, but what I talk to the guys about just then is just performances. I want us to be happy with our performances. I want them to come off the field knowing that our performances were strong. We played for each other, we played for the jersey, we played for the fans, we played for our club. And sometimes you're going to get beat by a better team, or the bounce of the ball, or a bit unlucky. That's just how it goes. But we're focusing really hard on being the same team each week, and I feel like at the moment we're pretty consistent with that. Not over a full 80 minutes, but at least we know what we're about as a team.
Personnel-wise, was Lockie Miller just precaution?
Yeah, yes, like you try and have a few plans going into games, and you don't want to get ahead of yourself, but it's one I thought we were reasonably comfortable. I was going to take him off with about 10 to go. But then he was cramping, and with 20 to go, it was good to sort of put other plans into place, and I feel like I learned a lesson out of the Wakefield game. I moved Jake Connor, and probably wasn't fair to him, like he's practicing that role of being a halfback and controlling the game, and he's getting better and better at it, and I felt like I got that wrong last week against Wakefield.
Callum Watkins was part of the sort of cog, I guess, when you move things about like that. And I know you spoke about him in the week as well, his 400th career game today. Nice moment for...
Yeah, it's great, and the guys really played for him, and that's when you've got plenty of want and desire and harmony in the team and the club, because they're trying to make those moments and special occasions like today important for those guys. And he's just a super player. Like, I don't have to worry about him really. I could go all week without talking to him about his job. He just knows what to do, and I can move him all over the place, and that's great as a coach. And I moved Bentos to 9 for the last 6 or 7 minutes today, and so it gives us the opportunity to do that. And the thing I'm pleased about is the guys, they don't get rattled anymore. When we're doing stuff like that, they just, all right, we've got a job to do, and just get on with it and do your job.
I don't know if you know about the players that were in the reserves. Did Simpson and Ackers get through? All right, so Ackers played the 80.
Yeah, Ackers played the 80. Our plan for Simpson was just to bring him off at half time. Come off a little bit before it, so just precautionary. So we'll see how he pulls up during the week. But he showed some good signs. Ackers got through. All the guys and Reggie's got through pretty good.
Yeah. There was nothing too concerning about Simpson coming off a little bit early.
No, not at the moment. No.
The first team wise, everyone get through okay?
Yep.
As far as you know.
Yeah, with a couple of bumps and bruises, but you expect that in a physical contest. But yeah, like I said, I'm grateful as a coach that we've got the guys, everyone playing their role in the club at the moment. They're doing a good job, which allows me to do my job. But if we do get injuries, we've got plenty of capable players there that will just step up and get their role sorted.
I know we're always going on about him, but Jake Connor.
Yeah, it's good. It's good, mate.
A couple of assists.
Yeah.
The goals.
He probably wasn't as spectacular today, but I felt like it's been the best game that I've really liked about his game. He's nice and controlled and balanced for the full 80 minutes, and there was no real highlights there and then lowlights. Like he was nice and level and controlled. And it's a tough role, that 7 spot, and he's doing a good job and he's warming to it.
We'd probably need to ask him, but it looks like he's enjoying himself.
Yeah, he is, and I just keep pushing him. He's got plenty of skill and quality that I don't need to worry too much about. I just keep pushing him about owning his effort and his physicality. I'm just working with him on control and when and where and why to play. But yeah, he's doing a good job, mate.
And nice for Cam Smith to try.
Yeah, he was good. Nearly had 3, didn't he? So yeah, and again, look, it just shows you, the attitude of the guys, because his ego's taking a bit of a hit there coming off the bench, but he hasn't worried about it and he's doing his job. And there might be a time where he comes back into the starting lineup, but he's doing such a good job for us off the bench and he's getting lots of minutes. And that just shows you, the team's nice and happy at the minute.
Brad, where would you put Connor sort of talent-wise of all the players that you've coached? Because on his day, looks like he's good.
He's got plenty of talent, hasn't he? And that's got nothing to do with coaches and coaches in the past. It's just some blokes are gifted, and he's gifted. It's just about getting in the door each week, and yeah, he's a very good player. And he's got a focus about staying calm and level and making sure that he can replicate it each week.
Have you got the best out of him and you've had to sort of nurture him more? Because obviously he's quite an experienced player, isn't he? He's 30, whatever he is. But what have you done with him?
Mate, nothing special, just honest with him. But I think the whole playing group's got to take. I was asked when we first signed him, was I concerned about it? And I said no, because just in that 10 weeks that I had the playing group, I could see that they wanted the accountability and the high expectations and standards, and they wanted to live to it and drive it. And I knew they wouldn't let him be any different than the way we want him to be. So, I think the players and the club's got to take credit for that.
How much progress have you seen, Brad, since you came in to where Leeds are now? 3rd in the league. I think it's 5th straight win, 7 wins from 8.
Yeah, it's been plenty of progress, but we've still got more in us, and we don't want to get carried away. It can change pretty quickly. So, enjoy it now, but we need to keep focusing on our performances on a weekly basis.
A lot of the media pundits are talking about it being a 2-horse race at the moment. Are you thinking at all about actually maybe 3?
Oh, there's still 13 games to go, so we'll worry about that in 13 weeks' time. But at the moment, I know that we're playing a good St Helens team next week, and that's all we're focused on.